Hello curl friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jody and it's great to have you join me today. Today I'm doing a discount store find video where I try to find products from various stores that are discounted, like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, Bells, places like that. I've already said this before if you've watched any of these videos before, so I feel like I'm repeating myself, but for those of you who are new, I'm just trying to give you an idea of where I'm shopping for these products at. So the product that we are doing today is a leave-in conditioner, and not just any leave-in conditioner. This is a well-known cult favorite for many years. This is the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In Conditioner. So we are going to be applying this product and I'm going to really be putting it to the test. Usually I wash and style my hair in the morning, and so a lot of times I'll either wash it the night before or I'll get in the shower that morning and wash it. But this is the middle of the day just because that's how my schedule worked out. And so I just flipped over the tub, washed my hair that way, put conditioner on, and I want to tell you, I finger detangled my hair before getting in the shower. And then I used my brush and dry detangled my hair even further. So tangles were out. Then when I was over the tub, I washed my hair, I conditioned my hair, and I went in with my Tangle Teaser once again and brushed the conditioner through and detangled my hair that way. And then when I go to flip my head back over with the towel on, this is when it always gets all knotty. It's the flipping process for me. Now, if I was doing something like the flip section styling method, I could reach my hands in there and turn it around and do that. It might work better, but I'm going to be getting water all over my bathroom if I do that with my hair soaking wet. So I just haven't found a good way to do it like that. So long story short, my hair is very tangled again, even though I went to all that effort to detangle it. But part of the reason why I'm kind of okay with that is because this leave-in conditioner is supposed to take care of the tangles. So let's go over the specs of this leave-in conditioner. I've got it backwards, sorry. Let's go over the specs of this leave-in conditioner and then we'll begin applying it. It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In. Say goodbye to dull, damaged hair and hello to your new hair care BFF, our Miracle Leave-In product. It's a cult classic and easy to use spray that smooths hair and helps eliminate frizz, restores shine, and enhances your hair's natural body. Our Miracle Leave-In product is full of natural ingredients such as sunflower seed, green tea leaf extract, and silk amino acids to help bring out all hair types and natural luster and shine. Soft, bouncy hair has never been easier. The directions say to spray evenly from mid-shaft to ends on towel-dried hair. Do not rinse out and comb through and style as desired. The website also lists 10 benefits that this product is supposed to give, which 1 is supposed to nourish the hair, 2 thermal protector, 3 detangles, 4 helps protect the hair color, 5 restores shine, 6 reduces frizz, 7 natural UV protection, 8 helps replace lost proteins, 9 enhances hair's natural body, and 10 helps prevent split ends. By the way, I picked this product up at TJ Maxx for $8.99. This is a 2 fluid ounce, and this is a pretty pricey product. Normally, like this size retails for $13. The 4 ounce one retails for like $21. And then the largest size, 10 ounces, retails for $40. So that is pretty expensive for me, for a leave-in conditioner especially, so this thing better be able to work some miracles. So let's start out by, just like I said, putting this in my hair. Now, my hair, as I said, is pretty tangled, but I'm just going to kind of roughly part it, just so I can get kind of like a rough half to half part. And I'm going to see the consistency of this because I'm wondering if this is just like a pure watery consistency or if it's like a milky watery consistency. How thick is it if it is milky? And I want to see the sprayer. I have a feeling it's going to be a good sprayer, like disperses widely, but let's just see. Gotta prime the pump. Okay, it has a good mist to it, and it is a light milkiness to it. It is a thicker light milkiness, like it's not just running down my hands. So I'm just going to take that and kind of put that all over. Oh, this does have a very perfumed scent to it, so keep that in mind. But let's just spray this. I'm not sure how much I need to go in with, so I'm going to kind of err on the less is more side, and then just going to start detangling at the ends. Okay, so far my brush is just gliding through these tangles. Oh my goodness. You know what I should have done? I should have showed you half my hair without the detangler, trying to brush it in, or trying to brush through the tangles, and then half of it with. A little late for that now, sorry. but my hair, my brush is just gliding through my hair. Oh my goodness, that was so effortless. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, let's go on this side. All right, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I feel like I can feel product pretty well throughout my hair, so I'm just gonna work on, like I said, getting the rest of these tangles out. And I don't think I want to go in with too much more at this point. Oh my goodness, wow, that's amazing. All right, I have brushed through the bottom sections of my hair, and I will say once again, my brush went through very well. A lot of times when I'm going through my sections, my ends especially become a little bit more tangled. And while I mildly had that in like the very back section, because that is the section that I struggle with the most in that regard, when I'm pulling it forward to work on the bottom layers and then bringing those top layers gradually back, it just tangles up again. Well, I did run into a slight snag there, but for the most part, the brush went through my hair very well. It has a very nice slip to it as I'm brushing. Like I don't feel any snag or what do I want to say, any extra tug to it. And so I am enjoying that. Let me know, have you guys used this product before? I know it's been out on the market for a long time. Like I said, it's been a cult favorite for many years, and I think it's designed to work for multiple hair types. I think straight hair people can use it as well. But I want to know, in doing this, like all the things that the benefits that it lists that it's supposed to, you know, help your hair with, it doesn't mention anything about like really like curl enhancing, and I don't necessarily always expect that out of a leave-in conditioner, but it is nice when it happens. I'm going to be pairing this with my Dippity Do Gel, one of my favorites, also a discount store finds. You know what, I'm thinking back earlier to my intro. Did I say discount store finds or did I say discount drugstore? I'm not sure what I said. Well, it's discount store finds video in case if I said otherwise earlier. But now, ooh, did you hear my neck crack? It didn't hurt, but it felt good. So now I'm just going to scrunch this through, or scrunch my hair, and just trying to see. I have some decent curl definition. I don't see much frizz. Let's flip this around and scrunch a little bit more. I haven't had to add much water as I've been brush styling. A lot of times as I go through my sections, I like to add more water, and I do, but I don't feel like my sections have been drying out like they do sometimes with some products. So that's good to know. I feel like it's like sealing in my hair cuticle, sealing in the moisture to my hair. But before I go in with this gel, I definitely want to go in with more water, because this is just one of those gels I definitely like to have it soaking wet hair on. So I am also going to flip my hair over when applying this. I'm gonna flip to this side one more time and spray that water in, and then flip upside down and spray more water. All right, now all that water that I sprayed in, I'm just gonna kind of lightly glaze over and scrunch again, just to help my strands absorb that. And once again, I'm still not seeing really hardly any frizz at all, so that's good. My curls are looking nice so far, and I haven't even gotten a like curling styler in. If you're new here, this Dippity Do Gel is one of my favorites, and like I said, it's part of this series as well. I've gotten this at TJ Maxx many times, actually just twice. I've only purchased, this is my second jar of it, but I see this at TJ Maxx all the time. As I said, this is one of my favorite gels. I just know what it gives to my hair, so I like to use this when I'm testing other products, maybe like a cream or a leave-in such as this, that I don't have a matching gel from the same brand. So, because I just know what this one is going to give to my hairstyle. So let's work that in. Now, even though this Dippity Do is one of my favorite gels, I do notice that sometimes it gives me a flash drying effect as I'm applying it to my hair, which is one of the reasons why I like to go in with soaking wet hair with this product in particular. And I did notice that today. Now, like I said, it's not all the time that I notice that, but just some of the times, and this was one of those times where my hair just felt like the water was being soaked out of it as I was applying this. So I don't know if it has to do with the pairing of these two. It could. I don't notice anything in particular about, because I do pair this with so many different things. I haven't noticed a trend though, if with certain type of products that it will cause that versus others. I'm probably just not paying close enough attention. But anyways, I'm gonna let my wet plop sit on for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna diffuse my hair and come back and I'll show you the results. All right guys, I am here with my hair fully diffused and let's take a look at these results. So this is what the curls are looking like. Can we get into it? Let me show you the back. I am absolutely loving my results. My curl clumps are small enough where it gives me like a fuller look than I sometimes get, but they're not so small that they're piecey or stringy looking in my opinion. And my hair is just like, there's lots of, maybe I don't have the most volume, but I don't have, like, my hair is definitely not flat. There's definitely body to my hair. My curls, just look at that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Love it. I did separate that though, just to give it a little bit more. And look at that. My hair is not frizzing. I did not scrunch out my hair with an oil or anything like that. I didn't have a cast to scrunch out, but a lot of times I like to put like a sealing oil in my hair just to seal it basically and reduce the amount of frizz that may happen and everything like that. Maybe sometimes add a little bit more shine, but there is no oil in my hair. I have lots of shine. My hair just looks so healthy and vibrant. Let me take a look here. There is barely any halo frizz. I don't know how well you guys can see, but there is barely any halo frizz. I am absolutely amazed by this. A lot of times leave-in conditioners, they don't like overly impress me. I don't get excited about them, but I'm really liking my results. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. And so I'm excited to see how this is going to wear into day 2. By the way, my moisture level feels great. It's nice and lightweight leave-in as far as it's not weighing my fine curls down. So let's just see how it lasts. What I am looking for in the future with my day 2 curls is to see how the moisture holds up. I'm looking to see if I still have the bounciness to my hair. I'm also looking to see if my frizz level remains very minimal, because one of the things with this Dippity Do gel is, while I do love it, it's a medium hold. I definitely notice frizz develops decently fast. Right now, I'm actually filming in some heat and humidity, so you know, frizz can definitely develop in those conditions, especially for me. So let's see how that holds up in that regard. I know I said we're filming, or this is heat and humidity, but you know, I want to give it more of the October appearance with a long sleeves and everything like that. But let's check back on day 2, see how things are looking, and then I'll give my final thoughts at that point. Okay, girlfriends, we are back for day 2 hair using the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. And is it a 10 though? I'd say it's a 10. I am really loving my results. My hair still feels really lightweight. It still feels bouncy. It still feels moisturized. And I'm here for it. I am definitely here for it. I will say it is kind of rare for a fine curly hair to find a product that moisturizes their curls well enough and doesn't weigh them down. It's just one of those things that it's a hard combination to get, but this one has done it. Editing Jody just coming in here. I wasn't planning on stopping in, but I am actually editing this video now, and I want to make a few notes here. If you have ultra fine hair, like wavy, curly, very, very fine hair, this might not be the best for you. I'm reconsidering that slightly, because my hair, this is the 4th day. It's been up in this messy bun for 2 days, and it feels so soft. So if you're one of those people that like a gritty feeling to your hair, you need that to keep the structure of your curls, this might not work. My hair has not been weighed down whatsoever. Like, I've taken this out yesterday and today of my high ponytail, my high messy bun, and my curl structure has still been really intact. but it just does not get that gritty feeling even with my hairspray that's sprayed on the last several days. So I'm just making that note for you. You can determine maybe whether that's something that you want to avoid then in that case. Like I said, I don't really think it's going to weigh down your hair. It might be a little bit too much moisture than you need. So it will just prevent you from getting that gritty feeling that may be helpful. So that's all I have to say. Back to the rest of the video. My curls has just overall held up very well. I'm very impressed, and I don't know how well you guys can see it, but there is very minimal halo frizz, and for it to hold up like that in heat and humidity, it says it's supposed to reduce your frizz. That is another rare thing for me to find, and so I am once again very impressed. I've said before, this gel, the Dippity Do Gel, while I love it, it doesn't necessarily keep that frizz from coming on day 2 especially, but I think this leave-in conditioner definitely has a big role in that, and so this is fabulous. I have the list here in front of me to see if it reached all of those 10 things. Nourishes hair, yes, I would say it nourishes hair. Thermal protector, I'm going to take its word for that because, I mean, I can't tell right now, especially after just one use. Detangles the hair, definitely detangles the hair. Helps protect hair color. Once again, it's one of those things I can't tell after just one use. I'd have to use it consistently. Restores shine. I definitely feel like my shine is there in my hair. It looks good, it looks healthy. Helps reduce frizz. We just talked about that one, so yes. Natural UV protection, I'm going to have to take its word at that. I suppose I could test that out over a long period of time if I would start it maybe in the beginning of summer, use it consistently to see if I didn't get my natural highlights that I normally get. But to be truthfully honest, I'm one of those people, I know it's probably not the best for your hair, but I am one of those people that I like the natural highlights. It's something that I've had since childhood, and I don't want to see it go. So, but it probably is a good UV protection. 8 says it helps replace lost proteins. I do believe there are proteins in here, although I didn't look at the ingredients list, and this is super small, so give me a second while I look over in the light. Yes, I do see the silk amino acids. They're about midway through the list, maybe a little further down than that, but they are there. Those are smaller proteins, so they are going to work into your hair's cuticle a little bit easier, your hair shaft a little bit easier than maybe like a hydrolyzed protein would. And then 9 says enhances natural body. Yes, I definitely have body to my hair, I feel like. And 10 helps prevent split ends. I suppose if you maintain the health of your hair, which a leave-in conditioner would do, by reducing UV rays, by heat protection and things like that, keeping your hair moisturized, keeping the proteins in your hair, yes, that is going to help reduce the split ends from forming in the first place. So all in all, this is fabulous. This is one of those products that I do feel like is worth the hype. Now, would I pay full price for it? Because I have so many products that I do also love. I don't know that I would pay full price for it, especially since I know now that I can find it at TJ Maxx. Does that mean that it'll always be available at TJ Maxx? No, that does not guarantee that. But would I pay full price for it? Maybe like the small 2-ounce size, because like I said, I have so many products, it will take me a long time to go through this. And it really didn't take much product to get the results that I have. And I don't feel like I need to go in with any more. So maybe for like the small size, I would pay like $13 for, but I wouldn't see myself paying much more than that, if that makes sense. I am almost certain though that this is probably going in my favorites for 2025. So that's a little sneak peek, a little heads up. So I'll just have to play around with this more and see how much I end up using it in the long run. But this is great for fine hair. I think it'd also work for medium and more coarse hair. High porosity hair, I think it would work great for either if you have a finer texture or medium or more coarse texture. So as I alluded to, I actually think this would work great for pretty much all hair types. It's straight hair too. It doesn't need to be just curly, but my channel does focus on curly hair content. So by the way, this product will be linked down below. So if you're interested, feel free to click on those links if you'd like to purchase. And until I see you again in the next video, have a great day. Bye.